wasn't a whole lot to see other than sideways rain and debris just flying by. I mean, trash cans, siding, parts of roofs, everything was just flying by.
But it was raining so hard, you couldn't see nothing. But after he blew the whistle, we got a call to the interstate. There was 4 or 5 trucks turned over. So we just started to pull the ambulance out and the tornado hit.
It was tremendous. Yeah, we had, all the people in town came out right away and started cleaning up immediately. And then the volunteers that came here was just outstanding. There was people from all over the country coming here to help clean up. It was really nice.
We had over 900 people that were signed in on the day after the storm, and we figured there was probably at least another couple hundred that were in town that we didn't even know about, that were, at people's personal residence, that were friends of theirs.
Right after the storm, it was amazing because everybody was out there trying to help somebody. And the next day we had like 900 people from everywhere come in, and it's just amazing how fast things, cleaned up.
I don't know that you necessarily saw that type of response in a city like Omaha, or a city like Des Moines or Council Bluffs or something, where they have much more resources. You would have seen a lot of volunteers, but to have that many, to have 5 times as many people that live here as volunteers, I mean, it just, I think only in a small town do you get that.
It's kind of funny because I'd be outside working and they were driving around giving away sandwiches constantly and food. And I think I actually gained about 5 or 10 pounds just during the tornado from all the food they were passing out. It was awesome. That's the people in the country in the Midwest, I think is a really special place.
But the city didn't spend a lot of money. I mean, they didn't really have to because of all of those people that came down. It would have broke the town. I mean, if we would have had to have had heavy equipment come in here and clean trees out, it would have broke the town. Everybody had put so much work into the flood and taking care of people's homes and getting people moved out so that they weren't in danger. They just kind of saw it as that's what they needed to do. And Fremont County's been kind of hammered the last few years with something.
Yeah, there's a few of them do. They had a lot of trouble with contractors, insurance companies, that kind of stuff. There's still a few people fighting with them, but it just wasn't right the way that people were treated.
Yeah, I got my house fixed up nice, and there has been a few that's had some problems with insurance, dealing with insurance companies and such. But all in all, it's coming back. It's going to look good again.
We've had some people rebuild their houses. A lot of the homes that were damaged have been fixed. There's only a couple that aren't. We were able to take down all the structures that were damaged. And those are some of them are empty lots now. So some of the people that had to leave are coming back. Some of the houses are coming back. So there's some great things happening. We've gotten new sidewalks put in. Just in the last week, we've got a new basketball court that's poured and in. We're getting ready to tear that up and smooth it all out and replant grass and put new playground equipment in. Something to bring a little bit of normalcy back to the town, especially for the kids, so they can get back and they can play in the park.
People endure, they rebuild. Yeah, we lost our old schoolhouse up there that everyone was pretty fond of. It's kind of sad to see it go.
We've come a long ways. We really have. I mean, but I don't. It'll be years before you don't see the scars of last year. I mean, and it's not the houses. When you look down Main Street now, it doesn't look anything like it used to, just because of the trees that are gone. I mean, you can see the interstate now. You never could see the interstate before. When you're coming into town from the west, you couldn't, you might see a little bit of glow of the street lights, but in the summertime, you wouldn't see houses because of the trees that were on that side of town. I actually had somebody stop by my house yesterday, and they said, we've got a team in Omaha that if you need something done, we'll come back down. So, I mean, there's still that support there. After all the volunteers left, there was still so much work that had to be done, and there's just been people that have, neighbors wanting to help, and I think it's made everybody closer. You hate to have something like this happen to kind of bring a town together, but it did.
People get along better now, I think, and things go a lot smoother. And what can I say? It just worked that way.
Now everything always kind of falls back in order. Usually for everything bad happens, something good comes out of it.
Now they're starting to come back, and if anybody's interested in building, we've got some lots.